The next thing we're going to do is make a histogram. So in order to do that, we're going to make this data into a table so it's easy to see what we're going to do when we put it onto the graph. So right now I've already made columns of sections, so it's 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, or 90 to 100. And so as you can see, the numbers are still in order from least to greatest, which makes it easy to see. So for each number that's in this category, I'm just going to make a tally mark. So 61, tally. 65, tally. 72, tally. 73, 77, 81, 82, 83, 91, 91, 96, and 100. So now what we can do is tally these up. So we know this is 2, 3, 3, and 4. So these are the numbers that I'm going to now transfer onto this histogram. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this right in front of me, and then I'm going to have this as well. So right here we see the 60 to 70, and we know that 2 students got a score in that range. So we can draw this to be at 2 students. So this is going to be 60 to 70. Got two students that got that grade. The next one we're going to look at is 70 to 80, and 3 students got that. So that's a little bit more. So that's going up to the 3, because 3 is the number of students that got in that range. Now, the next one is 80 to 90. So 80 to 90, there were 3, so that's just going to continue on. All the way across, this is the same. So we could just continue to color that in. The last one is 90 to 100, and we see that 4 students got in that range. So we're going to find the mark for the 4. And this is going to be the last thing we need to do. And this is 90 to 100. So now we've made this graph, and by looking at it, we can see that the average number of people were right in here in this section, around 80 to 90. And so the last thing we're going to do is add up all of these to check what our average actually is so we can answer that question. Okay, one last way we can see what the average is by adding all of our numbers. So these are all of the results from the test scores up together, and that's going to equal 972. And the last thing we are going to do to get the average is to divide this number, because this is the total of adding 61 all the way up to 100, all of these numbers, adding them up, and then we're going to divide them by 12, because that's how many numbers are in our data. And so the answer is going to be 81. So the average number of test scores that the class took in their math test last Friday is 81.